Now's the time to ask it. 800-848-WABC. 6 open lines for this hour. We will answer your questions on any subject. Then, coming up next hour, Harry Wilson is going to be here. I got to tell you, I'm pretty impressed with Harry Wilson. He's one of the Republicans that's running for governor, and he has a plan he's come out with a plan to fight crime. I'm going to ask him about that. And then we have the AC report coming up at 3:30. I'm going to be joined by one of Atlantic City's leading publicists. Not surprisingly, I'm sure he's going to put the best possible spin on what's happening in Atlantic City. We'll get an update on what's happening there. And then we'll have all the favorites that we normally do on Thursday and Friday, including the $1,000 Minute, including 15 Seconds of Fame. And at 3 o'clock, we're going to do denunciations. 800-848-WABC. Let me begin with Tom in Brooklyn. Hello there, Tom.
Morning, Frank.
Morning.
I have a two-part question.
I'm ready.
I have a two-part question.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, have a good time in Hawaii. And
Thank you.
Try to catch a wave. All right. Here's my question. It's two-part. When you go to Atlantic City or any other casino, do you win a lot? Do you break even, or do you lose your shirt? And the second part of the question is, and what is it that attracts you to gambling?
Well, look, I would say I'm more attracted to Atlantic City than gambling itself, because when I'm here, I don't gamble. Like, I have a lot of friends that are very into sports betting, that are very into online gambling. I have a lot of friends that go to illegal gambling parlors. I don't do any of that stuff. I more am into the whole Atlantic City experience as a whole, the boardwalk, the restaurants, the nightlife, the bars, and yes, the casino gambling is a part of it. Honestly, it depends. If I were to guess, I would say on average, some years I do better than others, but on average, I win once out of every 2 trips. Last year was an exception. I did very well last year. I not only did an Atlantic City trip, but a trip up to the Catskills, and I think one to Las Vegas as well. And last year I did very well, actually. Yeah, I would say on the whole, I would say I average breaking even. You win one out of every 2 times you go, just about.
Oh, that sounds like fun. All right. Well, yeah, I think you're right, though, about Atlantic City, though. It does have a lot of attractions. I mean, besides the boardwalk, you get the shows and so forth. And, I don't know, it's something that I'd like to go see more often.
Yeah. Well, hey, hopefully I'll see you out there sometime, Tom. Thank you. 800-848-WABC. 1, 2, 3 open phone lines as we are in the midst of an Ask Frank Anything. Let me say hello to Neil on Staten Island. Hello, Neil.
Hey, Frank. Just so you know, there's 2 Irelands that begin with a K. I hope you go to the right one, Frank.
Oh, really? So do I. Believe me.
That would be something. My question to you is, I keep seeing Governor Hochul's new campaign commercial she's rerunning. And she keeps saying that she's going to make sure that abortion is signed into law. She's going to make sure that it's signed into law under her. I thought abortion was already a law in New York State.
You're exactly right. You have abortion legal in every possible way in New York State. I don't realistically think there's anything she could really do to move the needle to make New York any more of an abortion welcoming state. I mean, I guess if the Supreme Court goes forward with the draft opinion that's been circulated, maybe you could make clear that New York is open for business for people that want to come here from other states, and maybe you can allocate funding to people that need to come here from states where they're banning abortion. That's not currently something that we do. But beyond that, as far as New Yorkers getting abortion, there's no restrictions.
Yeah, I didn't think so either. I don't know why she's saying she's going to make sure.
Well, I mean, we know why she's saying it. She's doing it because she needs to win a Democratic primary in 26 days.
It's true, Frank, but you don't make yourself out to be an imbecile. The voters are imbeciles if they're going to vote for her.
We'll
I'm
see.
voting for Giuliani.
We'll see what happens, Neil. We will see what happens. Thank you for the call. 800-848-WABC. That's 800-848-9222. Answering your questions on any subject. A very rare Thursday edition of Ask Frank Anything. Dan is in New Jersey. Hello, Dan.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, I make a living.
All right, I'm glad to be able to talk to you finally. So I wanted to know, what's your nightly routine? Meaning, how do you prepare yourself? How do you get yourself into, the night?
Into the night.
What would be a good way to prepare for sex?
To prepare for sex?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't need much preparation. I don't know about you, Dan, but it's, a hug, and I'm pretty well prepared. So I don't really need very much preparation.
And then where do you go from there?
Well, I'm going to keep a lot of that private out of respect for my wife. But I don't know. I guess I'm still trying to figure that out, I guess, right? 800-848-WABC. Charles is in Brooklyn. Hello, Charles.
Hi, Frank. I'm honored to be speaking here. My question for you is, every generation has their special event that everyone remembers where they were when that happened. And I feel as if our generation is the slap. So I just wanted to know if you remember where you were when you heard about the slap.
Wait, the Will Smith slap at the Academy Awards?
Yeah, that one.
First of all, it's very funny, Charles. I was driving here. I was on the way here, and then I heard about it because I turned on the ceremony as soon as I got here. But they were giving live updates on the radio. I still do not understand why there's not a radio station or a radio network that carries either on terrestrial radio or Sirius. That carries a live audio telecast of those Academy Awards. But I was driving. I was in the car, and I didn't get to see it live. I only saw it. Afterwards. But that's where I was. I was in the car driving here from my home. 800-848-WABC. That's 800-848-9222. John is in Freehold. Hello, John.
Hey, what's up, Frank? Pleasure as always. My question was, is there any way as a regular citizen that I can somehow get any of, Biden, Pelosi, all the people that have been straight up lying to us and, it's factual that they're lying? Is there any way to get them into court as a regular citizen?
No, there's not. No, I mean, not in most instances. I mean, if they lie in terms of, disseminating public information, maybe there's, that's even a tough one. If they lie in the course of a criminal investigation, then there's an opportunity there. But as you saw in the Sussman trial, even if someone goes to court for lying to authorities, they don't necessarily get convicted. But the short answer is no. People, unless they're under oath, people are free to lie, including politicians.
It's ridiculous that it's straight to our face, over the media, over the news. There's no way to hold them accountable. That's ridiculous. Aren't we a free nation?
Yeah, but part of being a free nation is having a First Amendment freedom of speech. And having that First Amendment freedom of speech doesn't mean you only get to say good things. That means you get to lie. And that's part of what comes with the First Amendment. There's no constitutional restriction on inaccurate or dishonest speech. 800-848-WABC. We're doing an Ask Frank Anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 open lines if you want to comment. Frank is in Babylon. Hello, Frank.
Hi, good morning, Frank.
Morning.
My question, I realize noticed that you're not so knowledgeable about liquors. I'm not a whiskey drinker or a Scotch drinker, but between two brands, I'd like to hear your opinion. Dewar's White Label or Chivas Regal?
Well, I have an emotional connection to all types of Dewar's because that was the Scotch my grandmother drank. I have tried Dewar's White Label, but if I had to pick, I would go with the Chivas Regal. But honestly, that's almost the opposite of Alien versus Predator. In Alien versus Predator, they say no matter who wins, you lose. When it's Chivas Regal versus Dewar's White Label, whoever wins, I win. Because as long as I get to drink one of them, I'm a happy camper. But I would go with the Chivas out of those two.